I've read the tweets, I've read the comments, I've read the messages, the inboxes. Brendan, when the hell is WWE 2k14 Universe Mode coming back? Well, here it is. It's finally back. Its triumphant return is tonight. Finally. Look, you know, I've had so many problems with technology over the past month. This year has been a shocking year technologically wise for me. But we are back with Universe Mode, and we're back better than ever. Let's get straight into it. So, straight away, we have Roman Reigns taking on Daniel Bryan. As you did following the Universe Mode over the past couple of weeks, you'll know there's the Survivor Series spots up for grabs. Speedy Langston, the United States Champion, will take on Mysterio. Speaking of Survivor Series, Kane, Punk, Cena, RVD, Fatal 4-Way matchup. That will be our main event on main event. So that will be huge. So we'll play that matchup. So first up, Roman Reigns. He defeats Daniel Bryan. So one half of the tag team champions getting a win there. Speaking of champions, Biggie Langston gets a win over Rey Mysterio. And we'll go ahead and play the main event. So, if you haven't been following the story or you've missed some episodes, Survivor Series is coming up in the next couple of weeks. Well, next in terms of the game, next couple of episodes you'll see Survivor Series. But we still need to find out who will be on The Rock's team and who will be the final partner on Triple H's team. So as it stands, Triple H, the Authority, will have the WWE Champion Brock Lesnar in his corner, Triple H himself, and a mystery partner. The Rock, he's yet to pick anyone yet, so he's got to pick two guys to be in his team. Past few weeks we've seen pretty much, you know, Rob Van Dam, Kane, CM Punk, Bryan, I just saw Roman Reigns there, John Cena, all these guys stepping up to try and earn themselves a spot on the team. Essentially, The Rock is picking his own team. He's scouting out everybody there is to scout out currently, and he's trying to figure out who would be the best fit on his team. And you guys have been speculating who you think should be on each team and who you guys think The Rock should pick, and should some guys return, should, you know, you guys have been really kind of thinking about it, and it really is up to The Rock, of course, but this matchup here, whoever wins this one, I reckon should be a lock to be in that team, because these are the top four guys in the company right now that aren't Brock Lesnar or The Rock, and whoever wins this one, I would, in my opinion, if I was The Rock, I'd be picking them for my team. But that's The Rock's choice, and obviously Triple H, who knows who he's gonna pick, you know, and John Cena, well, he's getting this match started straight away. He's gonna attack CM Punk straight away, and I think these two guys are probably the front runners. They get a spot, maybe. I don't know, maybe RVD as well. I mean, RVD, he actually won against Brock Lesnar, and that is something that not many guys have been able to say, that they have beaten Brock Lesnar on our Universe Mode. In fact, I think RVD is probably the only guy in, you know, in the last 3 months or so that has beaten Brock Lesnar, because Lesnar's been an absolute roll. But yeah, so RVD probably up there as well, but probably CM Punk or John Cena would probably be the best suited, because both those guys have had their run-ins with the Authority over the past couple of months. Both guys have had some title shots against Brock Lesnar, had some experience against Brock Lesnar, haven't been able to beat him, but, you know, certainly Cena, he was kind of the first guy who was targeted by the Authority, so maybe he would be the best suited partner for The Rock, but we'll have to wait and see who he picks. But definitely this matchup will decide who The Rock kind of swings in favor for. Now, if you're wondering, the last episode was a Smackdown main event one. This one as well is a Smackdown main event one, and you didn't catch my last video where I kind of, you know, briefly touched on what was going on. What has happened is I lost an episode. I had recorded and made episode 23 already. It was going to be the Raw episode, 2 matches on Raw. And really, it was not a big deal. I mean, there's not much that was going on in that episode. It was another episode where we kind of had these guys probably versing off. I wasn't exactly sure. I can't really remember what happened in the episode, to be honest. But I think, you know, it was another, you know, a lot of these matches for the Survivor Series kind of trying to figure out who's going to be taking on who leading towards Survivor Series. So that's why I've kind of done this match on main event to, you know, make up for what happened on Raw, you know, make up for the lost episode of Raw, and we'll put that on main event. So that's what I've kind of done there. So we lost that one. I lost that because my hard drive shit itself, and that's fucked. So we can't use that anymore. But that episode's lost, but no big deal, as RVD... Actually, I mean, RVD, look at him right now. I think I've touched on this before when we actually brought him back. The RVD on this game, the RVD they have, is probably the best core that I've ever seen. I mean, look at him. I think there is a way that you can upload images from, you know, I don't know, I think I've seen it on Twitter, some guys, you know, been uploading normal images online and putting it in WWE 2k14 to create these things. I mean, I've seen it as well because I got the Bray Wyatt. I updated my Bray Wyatt character. A lot of you guys can say, Brendan, fuck, update Bray Wyatt, he looks terrible. I did that, so I've updated him, and you'll see him in the coming episodes. So I updated Bray Wyatt, and he had the picture of his t-shirt, and it was actually his t-shirt that's not in the game, obviously, but it was the exact same picture that was on his t-shirt that he used, so obviously it was uploaded into the game somehow. I don't know how to do it. There probably is an easy way to do it. To be honest, I don't make these things. I don't make wrestlers. I don't really dive into the custom creations on the game, but yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So some really good creations out there right now. So if you have got some old creations like I did, you might want to try and update them, because there's a lot of better things out there now. There's a lot of better cores out there. So I think I probably will go ahead and do that with some other guys as well. Maybe my Curtis Axel one's pretty crap. Who else? You know, I did get a lot. I probably need to update my Gold Dust one. I don't know. Who do you think, if you've seen my universe mode, which guys do you think I should update? Because I'm not too sure, but there is some probably better ones out there now. It's been probably a good 2 months since I've actually went ahead and looked at what's available. So if you're like me, go ahead and certainly update your wrestlers, because there's some good stuff out there. And I just got the DLC as well. I know the DLC's been out for a bit of time now. And I'm going to start diving into the custom heads and making more attires and whatever for these guys as well. So a lot of stuff I plan on diving into and checking out. I think as RVD hits a 5-star frog splash to Cena, I think this could be it actually. Oh yes, RVD with the win. He kind of snuck in there, saw him hit that 5-star, and he's actually gone ahead and got the W. That is a massive win. He pinning John Cena, who's on a downward spiral, to be honest. I mean, The Rock, I can understand why he would pick Cena, but he would be stupid to pick Cena, because Cena is he's going downhill, definitely. But RVD, he is on the rise. I think he probably is the current #1 contender, in my opinion. He's probably the guy next in line to get a shot at Brock Lesnar's WWE Championship. No doubt about that, in my opinion. So that's a huge win for RVD. And we'll have to wait and see what The Rock is thinking in the next episode of Raw coming up. But for now, let's go ahead and check out this week's Smackdown. Let's do it. As you all know, at Survivor Series, the big guy will be taking on Mark Henry for the World Heavyweight Championship. But I have a proposition for you, Mark. I want to up the ante a little bit. I want to make this match a little bit more special. So, here's what I propose. I want to see if you can keep the big guy down for more than 10 seconds. Because I want you and me in a last man standing match. So, what's it gonna be, Mark? Let me tell you something, Ryback. You don't make the rules around here. The world's strongest man, the king of the jungle, me. I'm the king of Smackdown. I make the rules around here. I make the decisions. But you're lucky that I like the sounds of this last man standing matchup at Survivor Series. So I accept. King of the jungle? Really? I'm the king around here. I've got the big gold belt around my waist, and last time I checked, that meant that I'm the best. Enjoy that belt while it lasts, Ryback, because I'm going to lay you out for 10 seconds at Survivor Series and get that title back around my waist. Well, what an announcement. At Survivor Series, it will be Ryback versus Mark Henry in a last man standing matchup. But here's the Smackdown card as Cody Rhodes and Goldust will take on Los Matadores in a tag team matchup to kick us off. Divas Action, Oksana, Nikki Bella, and Natalia, triple threat matchup. Next up will be Damien Sandow taking on Jack Swagger. Wade Barrett will take on Dolph Ziggler, who will be our showcase matchup. And big news about Dolph Ziggler coming up, as the Wyatt family will take on the Usos. And Mark Henry's in action. He's going to take on Sheamus one-on-one in tonight's Smackdown main event. But to kick it off, we have, well, Los Matadors getting a win over the Rhodes Brothers. Probably an upset there. Oksana winning triple threat. She's actually on a bit of a roll at the moment. Probably pushing for a Divas title shot as Damien Sandow knocks off Jack Swagger. And tag team action, the Wyatt family. Who can stop them? They are really heating it up right now. They are definitely looking towards the Survivor Series title matchup as Mark Henry loses to Sheamus. Damn. So let's go ahead and play Wade Barrett versus Dolph Ziggler one-on-one. I'm backstage with Dolph Ziggler. Now, Dolph, if you beat Wade Barrett tonight, you will be taking him on at Survivor Series. Is this the one opportunity you need to turn your career around? Well, Michael Cole, it's pretty fair to say that my Universe mode so far has been very underwhelming. I know that. Everybody in the back knows that, and everybody doesn't fear me anymore. But I tell you something, Michael Cole. Tonight, I turn it around. Tonight, I start my journey back to the top. I may not have an Intercontinental Championship belt, a world title belt around my waist, but I still know that I do what I do better than anybody else in this business. And when I step inside this ring tonight, I get an opportunity to prove that against Wade Barrett, and I get an opportunity to show those fans out there that they still can trust me, and they still can rely on me to get that W. Tonight is my shot. That match is next. Well, I tell you what, that is one fired up dude. He is ready to go tonight. And he gets his shot against Wade Barrett, who is the Intercontinental Champion. And if Barrett loses, he'll be taking on Ziggler at Survivor Series. So this, as Ziggler just said, is the biggest opportunity so far in Universe mode for him to step up and prove something of himself. You know, he's been in and around that World Championship scene, so he's probably should have gone on to do bigger and better things, but now he's taken a step back. He's decided, look, I may not be good enough for the world title at the moment. Step back, let's try and fight for this Intercontinental Championship. Let's try and get myself somewhere. Let's try and do something with myself and get myself back to where I think I should be. And taking on Wade Barrett, who's going to be certainly no easy opponent for him. Barrett has been on a roll, so he's going to be very difficult to get the win here tonight. But as he said, he has to turn it around. I mean, really, if he doesn't win tonight, what's next for Ziggler? Nothing, really. I mean, he's had an opportunity to get himself in the world title picture. He failed. And he hasn't really got a tag team going on. Where else does he really have? You know, where else can he go? He could go to Raw, I suppose. He could try and get a trade to Raw. But other than that, really, there's nothing working for him over on SmackDown. And the spots here on SmackDown are very limited at the moment. I think he could be well suited over on Raw, but now he is a SmackDown superstar. And unless the Authority want to try and pick him up or try and make a play for him, which really he's given them no incentive to do so, I think he's going to remain on SmackDown for the time being. So difficult time ahead for Ziggler, who needs to step up, who needs to get a victory over Wade Barrett. And if he does, well, he's going to be at Survivor Series in a title match, which is something very foreign to him on Universe mode. So it's something I think I want to see. I want to see Ziggler succeed here. So let's hope he can get the job done in this matchup. Now, I said on Twitter earlier this week, you know, I was hyping this matchup. I said, look, Ziggler, Barrett, this is going to be a great match. And this is the opportunity that Ziggler needs to get a push. If he can't get one in the real life, let's give him one on Universe mode. So we're giving him a shot. If he fails, he fails. If he succeeds, he succeeds. And who knows, he could go on to Survivor Series and walk out as the Intercontinental Champion. Who would have thought? And really, in the IC title scene at the moment, you kind of have Kingston, Christian, Cody Rhodes, Jack Swagger. Cesaro is there, but I'm thinking he wants to move up to the main event scene. So there is some spots to be filled. I mean, Christian's had God how many shots. Kingston's had God how many shots. Cody Rhodes has had that many shots as well. He's now a tag team. Swagger's probably the only guy who could warrant a title shot, but he hasn't really set the world alight either. So there is a lot of room for someone like a Ziggler to step in, maybe go up from the main event card back down to the mid card and prove himself, you know, get himself over, get himself a shot at the title, and get himself back to where he thinks he needs to be. And you know, if he gets a good run with the IC title, who knows, that might be enough for him to get himself in the main event scene once again. And you know, with the power on Smackdown still up in the air, we don't really know who's the GM, who's in control. We don't really know what's the direction. You know, it's pretty much you know, just a war out there. You know, it's a fight for survival out there at the moment. You know, it's pretty much, if you want to be a champion, you got to step it up and do it yourself. There's no one to really say, hey, can you get me a shot with this guy? There's no one really doing that. No one really calling these shots on SmackDown. We know what's going on Raw with Authority. They have with Paul Heyman having, you know, his two hands firmly gripped on Raw at the moment. But on SmackDown, is it Triple H controlling? Is it Vince McMahon controlling? We still don't know who's the GM over here, who's running these things. There's Ziggler looking to put Barrett away. Oh, a 2.5 count. Well, that's a very, very close call. The crowd getting behind Ziggler too. I don't know if you can hear it. Ziggler just trying to torn away, trying to, you know, play up to these fans, trying to get these fans behind him, because that's probably the big thing, the big motivation, big thing driving him behind this recent turn of events. You know, he's kind of looked back and said to himself, look, you know, I can't do it. I gotta turn it around. I've got to get myself back in the title shot. And if he can beat Barrett, he's going to do that here tonight. And SmackDown, I think it's really looking good at the moment. I mean, a lot of spots available in the mid card, but in the main event picture, very, very limited. So for someone like Ziggler, this is probably his best opportunity, and he misses that elbow. That could be the turning point in this match. For someone like Ziggler, stepping back down away from the world title picture, back to the Intercontinental Championship scene, could be the best thing for him. So we'll have to wait and see if he can knock off Barrett here. But for the love of God, please someone else other than Kofi Kingston win a fucking #1 contenders matchup. I'm kind of sick and tired of seeing Kofi Kingston versus Wade Barrett for the 100th time. I know you guys are sick of it too, so let's hope Ziggler can do it. But just going back to that Ryback Mark Henry situation, so last man standing, that will be the world title matchup. So last man standing, Ryback Mark Henry. Two big behemoths who can stay down for a 10 count. That's who can beat a 10 count. That's a very, very interesting matchup there, because two guys who can put each other down for more than 10 seconds. Those two guys going to be very, very interesting. Get very difficult for each guy to try and do it. As Ziggler trying to put Barrett away here. Barrett reverses. Uh-oh. Ziggler's in trouble. And I thought that Ziggler's trying to put Barrett away there, but Barrett wisely getting out of the way and reversing there. Now Ziggler looking to put him away, coming up top. Tries for that elbow, misses again. So far, not so good on top here on the top rope for Ziggler, as Barrett pounds away right to that skull region. Now looking to put Ziggler away. Here's a cover. But Ziggler comfortably kicking out at 1. He knows that this matchup means too much to him. He needs to keep fighting away, make sure he gets himself this win. But I think that's it. I think that's the end of Ziggler's run here. The bullhammer elbow, put him away, count to 100. Oh, he has kicked out at 2. Ziggler still alive in this match. I thought he could have put him away for good there, but Ziggler, a fighting wannabe champion right now. He really wants to be that Intercontinental Champion, and he knows that this is the one time he probably will get to get himself in this title scene. If he doesn't succeed tonight, well, where does he go from here? You know, he's stuffed. He's got to win. He's got to beat Barrett. And so far, Barrett was out of this match. You could argue that Barrett was not going to win, but now there's a wasteland as well. But now Barrett hit the bullhammer, elbow, now the wasteland, and now a belly-to-belly suplex. Ziggler is out. I don't think Ziggler can even get to his feet without, Barrett assisting him. This is going to be very, very difficult from Ziggler now to come back from this and get the W. But we'll have to wait and see, as both guys get back in the ring. Ziggler taking Barrett back down. Beautiful move there. Now Ziggler taunting away, showing off like he likes to do. He loves showing off to the fans. But will it be the down for him as here's that super kick? 1, 2, and here we go. The third elbow right to the heart stopper as he likes to call it. Here we go, cover, that could be it. 2, yes, Ziggler wins. Ziggler has done it. And he will go to Survivor Series to take on Wade Barrett for the Intercontinental Championship. What a win for Dolph Ziggler. I'm happy for the guy. I'm glad to see him finally getting a win. Even if it is on the game and not in the real life. I'll take what you can get, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to win. He's going to go to Survivor Series. And can he beat Wade Barrett one more time there? We'll have to wait and see. But great Smackdown. It's great to be back playing WWE 2k14. It's great to be back bringing you guys Universe Mode videos. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button for me. Help me out. Help me re-establish myself again. I know I've been gone for 3 or 4 weeks. It's hurt me a little bit. And we need to get myself back to where I was. So hit the like button. Follow me on Twitter, BrendenPlayz. And subscribe if you haven't already. More Universe Mode coming very, very soon. See you next time.